This is that one short stave that I got out of the second log. That's 58 inches long. That I'm going to incorporate a knot into the tip overlay. And it's probably going to need a handle. But it's 58 inches and I'm going to put it away. And instead of a youth bow, we're going to see maybe a youth bow in the future. Or, depending on how that sinew bow comes out, maybe another sinew back bow. But we'll see. Good afternoon. It's Saturday, June 28th. And this is that little tiny 58-inch stave that I took out of the trees that were cut down 3 days ago. And I trimmed it up yesterday and split it. And I said I'm going to, it had a lot of some character in the back, some bumps and humps, and I took it down flat because we're going to sinew back this. This is going to be sinew back too. I'm going to fire harden it first. And it's floor tilled and it bends really easy. But I have a feeling once I fire harden it and then put the sinew on, it's going to gain some nice weight to it. So anyway, here's the moisture meter. And this was cut down 3 days ago. And we got 12.6 in the riser, 10 in the limbs, 10 in the limbs. Okay, so it's going to go on that Backset jig. That's my older one. That's a little more aggressive because it's a shorter bow, so I'll get a little bend to this. And we're going to heat it up with the heat gun. I'll show you on the jig. 58 inches. This is what it looks like before I heat it up and get it to conform to the jig and clamp it down. And this is very flexible. Could I just clamp this to the wood? Yes. But part of the process before I fire harden it is I'm going to heat up from the riser. I'm going to heat this inner limb from the riser out to the inner limb like this here for 8 minutes, back and forth and back and forth. And then I'm going to clamp it. And then I'm going to do the same on the other limb. And then I do the outers. I heat them up and bend them. And it's not that, I don't want to put any extra stress on the wood, even though it goes down very easy. But it's part of the process before I fire harden this bow that's going to be sinew backed is removing moisture. And this heat gun will remove some moisture. So I'm going to begin doing it. I won't drive you crazy. I keep it 1 inch away. And I do this for 8 minutes. Then I'll do it over here for 8 minutes, and I go over this twice. It's a big area. And then I clamp it down, and then at the ends, once this is clamped down, I'll heat the outer into the middle a little bit and clamp them down. All right, this 58-inch Pignut Hickory bow has been heat treated and conformed to this Backset jig. And now I'm going to take the jig off, lay it down sideways, and these clamps are going to be reversed for fire hardening. And the reason is we don't want these screws hanging in the fire. So we're going to have them reversed like this. This part will be in the fire. So how we do it, because we have it conformed to the jig, is I'll put a clamp here when I have it off. Then I'll take this clamp off. I'll flip it around, put it next to this one, take this one off. I'll put this one next to this one, flip it around this way. The bow stays stationary on the jig. It don't move. It stays exactly where it is until the time it's fire hardened. The clamps have been reversed for fire hardening. And we'll pick a nice day to fire harden this bow. And I have a sassafras bow I'm going to fire harden too. So that's the end of this for today.